Hi, my name is Mina Malik Hussain, and you're watching The Coffee Table. Today, we're going to be talking about science and technology, and here with me on the set today are Ammaar bin Saleem and Mehek Rashad from the STEM Lab, Pakistan. Hi, guys.
Hello,
Welcome
Mina.
to the show. Welcome to the sofa.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
It's so great to have you guys here.
Thank you for the coffee.
Drink up.
Definitely.
Acha, so tell me, guys, you two are part of a 3-member team that set up the STEM Lab in Pakistan.
Yes.
Correct?
That's true.
That's
Exactly.
great. Yeah. And Mehek, you are an engineer, I believe.
Yeah.
What kind?
I am a metallurgy and materials engineer from Ghulam Ishaq Khan University. I know that sounds really
That's so
heavy and
amazing.
hardcore.
Like what
Yeah.
kind of materials?
Like all kinds of materials, like how do you
Yeah.
make polymers, how do you make ceramic materials, how do you make materials that are unbreakable,
Wow.
those kind of things.
That's
And like
fantastic.
tempered glass, all of those materials,
So
and
you're
go
like
into
a
those sciences.
full-fledged, proper science person.
Yes, I love science. In fact, chemistry mainly, because that's my department.
That's your main thing.
Yeah.
Cool. Ammaar, do you have a science background?
No, with reference to my qualifications, I don't. I'm an educationist. So I did my honors from FC College University, then went on to pursue my MBA at LSE. And then I started teaching at an international school here. And this is where it all...
That's fantastic. So we have, so the STEM Lab has a scientist and has an educationist. And what about your third director?
Oh, our third one, Aisha Adilanam.
Yeah.
She was also with me in GIK.
Oh, okay.
And she's a computer software engineer.
So let me ask you like a super basic question, which is, what does STEM stand for?
Okay, STEM basically is science, T for technology, E for engineering, and then M for maths. Sometimes, recently now, they've added an A to it for the arts. And then,
Really?
Yeah.
Is there a connection? Can you do that? I always
Yeah,
thought
you
it was like
can.
science on one side and like arts subjects on the other, STEMA.
Well, when we'll get to that segment where we'll be showing you our products, you'll definitely understand how
There's a lot of arts involved.
is
There's like
included.
cutting, decorating, and in slime you put glitter.
That's so
just to involve the
fascinating.
girls
I never
also
thought of
in
it
the
that way.
artistic type. So that's more commonly it's known as STEM, but otherwise some people use the word STEAM also.
STEAM. Well, that makes more grammatical sense because I'm a word person. So I'm like, STEMA? That's weird. How did it begin? How was the STEM Lab created?
All right. Basically, it was birthed in the
In
brain
a
of
lab.
Aisha. Unfortunately, she's not here. She's traveling to Canada.
Oh, yeah,
And so
I
one
knew
fine
that.
morning, she calls me up, and she just recently moved from Dubai.
Okay.
And so she feels that, you know, the education here, there's a gap in the STEM. Children aren't really having fun studying science. They're dreading those lectures and everything. So she's like, why don't we make a club and where children can create things, they can come up with new ideas. So I was all excited. I was like, let's do it. This is amazing.
That's so cool. Okay, so you guys got together and you met Ammaar and you guys were like, let's do this and make science fun for kids.
Yeah.
So what does the STEM Lab do?
Oh,
How do you do this? Like, do you go to schools? Because, well, Ammaar is a teacher, an educationist, and I imagine that, and so is Aisha. Is she?
Yeah.
Yes? Yes, she is. So
She's
you
also
guys
an engineer, as you said.
So you have people who are interacting with kids in any case. So how does it work? Like, how does the STEM Lab operate? How can you get in touch? How can I come to the STEM Lab?
So basically, we have most of the events that we do all of, like most of them, we do them at Hardee's, Hardee's Gulberg and Hardee's DHA.
That's
And
fun. So it was like, eat fries.
yeah, and we give
Eat
them
fries
free
and
meals
come
also.
to
Make a circuit.
Yeah, we give them like kids meals and everything just to like really attract them and make them complete their projects quickly, you know, because the treat is waiting for them.
Yeah.
And
So what kind of projects does the STEM Lab do?
we have a focus on, sometimes we do a science activity, sometimes related to technology.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have a lot of STEM challenges, like they have to make board games, marble run challenge. Then we had a really fun egg drop challenge.
Yeah.
It was amazing,
Yeah.
in which they had to save their egg, you know, they have to
They have
design
to drop it
something
from
for
a height and then see. And then you have to open that packet and see if it's
the egg
broken
cracked
or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun.
It does it?
No,
It does?
some of them didn't.
Really?
They put
Exactly. It's a
balloons in them,
competition.
they put air cushions inside it, and those kind of things that they did.
That is so much fun.
Yeah, it
That's the
is.
sort of thing that almost never happens in a classroom.
Yeah, it never happens in a
At
class.
least here. I don't know how it is
And
abroad.
this was one of the motivations that we started it, because for me it started at TNS Gulberg, because I was working with them, and then I realized that they took an entirely different approach to education, because previously in the way we were educated, it was like a conventional
Yeah, it was
system,
much more traditional.
system where we were at the receiving end and weren't probably most of the time we weren't active when it was about learning.
Yeah.
So then I realized over there that students, when they're involved in hands-on activities, they tend to remember those things even when you ask them after a long, long time. So this is what we realized over there, that maybe we could do something related to that, they could take it to their home and the concepts remain with them.
Yeah.
This is what the primary motivation
And that's so great because a lot of it is also where we have kids. I mean, like Desi parents are really into kids doing the sciences and, to be a doctor and to be an engineer. But somehow science never seemed fun. It was, maybe it's taught in a really dry way, but especially math.
Math, exactly. Children.
My personal enemy,
Exactly.
maths.
Some people struggle with maths. Our aim is to really develop an interest at the grassroots level, because children in their early years, that's the time when you plant the seeds of anything that you want. Because at that time, however you water them, that's how they're going to grow.
Quite right. So, did you guys have an inspirational science teacher or engineering teacher who sort of motivated you to do this?
Actually, what motivated us was basically when we entered our university. That's the first time we had hands-on experiences with wires. That's the first time we were seeing them. We were like, what do we do with them? Like, we had those integrated circuit boards. That was the first time we were looking at all of those things.
Wow.
And imagine these kids that we were working with. Once they go to the university, they'll be fully prepared to make a basic circuit, things like that. And imagine the wonders they'll be able to do. So that's the main thing that inspired us, that we never had that opportunity as children. So I feel that was one of the driving forces for us.
And I didn't like science, honestly.
Really?
I dreaded learning science. So it was difficult for me. But going back to...
Did you have a fantastic teacher, inspirational, or did you have a really bad one also? Because sometimes that happens, that you have such a terrible teacher that you're like, I will never be this kind of teacher. I will be Robin Williams from Dead Poets Society kind of teacher.
Go captain, my captain, yes. No, I did have a wonderful teacher. And I'm still in contact with him. He's Dr. Dabash. He teaches, he used to teach at FCC, and I did my honors. I learned my honors from him. So then, of course, he inspired me in numerous ways. But again, science, my primary motivation was the children's joy. The way they were happy when they were given stuff and they weren't told what to do with it. I mean, exactly, you do let them know what they're supposed to make with it, but you don't guide them through the steps. You just don't do that. They do it on their own. They connect wires and learn something on their own.
And do you get a sort of really diverse bunch of kids? What's the usual age group that you get for STEM lab activities?
We actually have different kinds of sessions. Sometimes we target a 5 to 8-year-old. And sometimes it's a 7-year to 12-year-old. So it depends on the age that we are targeting.
And then you do different kinds of activities.
Different kinds of activities, age-related and curriculum-related.
Okay, so curriculum-related as well, so that they learn concepts that they might already be doing in school.
Yeah, like gravity, simple concepts like shift between energies, the different Newton laws, that kind of things.
That's so fun. So do you see kids having a eureka moment where they haven't really done maybe these things? Because the average classroom teaching is a lot about sort of giving you a bunch of concepts and then you just sort of write them down and that's about it. But as a sort of, because this is a space of learning, right? So do you see that? Do you see that with the kids? Something happens and it's so magical.
It's magical, and the way when they learn and when they're saying those science words and then they know what that means. Even the mothers, their faces, they're amused, they're surprised when they come to pick up the kids, and they come back. Like once the child has attended our session, he forces his mom, even if he's having exams, they're like, we have to attend this session. That's how
and the kind of feedback that we keep receiving. Oh, man.
Yeah? What kind? What is it like?
I mean, even they post their videos with the stuff, whatever they make over here with us. I remember there were a few students, attendants, attendees, they came to us and they took their stuff home and then they did the same thing. They reverse engineered with their parents.
Really?
Like they made a house with the light in it. We're going to show it to you later. So a girl, she went home and she made a boat. And then she put the light in it, and she was floating it on her swimming pool in her house.
Wow.
It was amazing seeing that.
Oh my gosh! And she took that kind of initiative to just kind of see how it works on her own.
Yeah.
That is
That's amazing. And then I feel that another thing is that these days moms are struggling with a lot of screen time. Yes. So this is like a creative way to get them out of that mode.
That's true. And actually sort of learn something and learn concepts that they can sort of take forward into other subjects. And again, coming back to the A in STEM now, in STEAM, is that there's an artistic element or a creative element to doing something that sounds really boring, like engineering.
Exactly.
When you think of engineers, then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You've got like a triangle and you're sort of making bridges or something.
Yeah,
I think that's why we have more girls working
we
with
have a
us
lot
now.
of girls coming in, and because
Do you?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I think that's because, we have a lot of creativity involved in it. There's a lot of spray paint, there's a lot of colors, glitter, all the things that girls love also. Boys really love playing with glitter also.
Yeah,
So,
of course, it's pretty.
yeah, it's
Sparkly.
pretty.
It was new
I
for
would
me.
like it.
It was new for me to
Yeah.
see the boys enjoying the glittery stuff.
I find that it's a sort of interesting dichotomy that we have a lot of parents, like Pakistani, South Asian parents, really want their children to do the sciences and to be doctors and to be engineers, maybe mathematicians, not so much, but to get into tech, right? But at the same time, it's also seen as something that's really boring. Like somehow, in spite of the fact that this seems to be every parent's dream, it's not every child's dream to grow up to do math or to do engineering or to sort of do it with any kind of real sort of zeal or vim. It's more like, well, you have to work, so you might as well do it. So do you think that you guys are being able to sort of bridge that gap? Was it like that for you? For like Mehek, you went to an engineering school.
I always wanted to be an engineer.
Yeah.
And once I got into metallurgy and materials, I was so happy, It was like a dream come true for me.
There's so many different kinds of engineering
But
as
the
well.
thing is that recently, Ammaar and I, we did an online course from the Harvard School.
Okay.
And it was about STEM instructional improvement that works.
Oh.
Basically in that, they had done different kinds of researches in different areas of schools where kids are performing better and where they lack. So this was an important thing that we looked into. And the only thing that was making children develop interest in everything and not find a certain subject monotonous was these STEM activities. Like wherever they had introduced these things, that was really working great for them. It was doing wonders for them. The results were coming out great. So that's what I feel like. Once STEM develops a greater awareness in Pakistan, people will not be finding this stuff boring. Like my children look at me and they're like, "Mummy, experiment," because that's how much they enjoy
Mommy
it now.
experiment.
Like imagine if I was just teaching them gravity and I wasn't showing them, demonstrating something, they would have no interest in it. But
That's great, and because it's like the market already exists, and you already have like this sample of people because so many kids are already doing the sciences. So there's so much potential there.
There's a great potential, and there's very little work being done here by the government also. And I think this is one serious subject that we really need to look forward, because in the future, if we want to, really shape it up, that's what we need to do. We need to really go into we really need to explore our capacities in innovation, invention, and creativity.
That's true, because you don't have a lot of research coming out of Pakistan, a lot of sort of cutting edge technology that's being developed. There was that guy who made an aeroplane.
And then he was
I know,
taken into custody.
Exactly, but then they were just like, you can't do this.
You can't do it.
And that kind of innovation from somebody who hasn't sort of received any kind of formal STEM instruction, that's fantastic. To me, that was really inspiring.
It is inspiring. And but he should have been given his fair due, not been arrested or taken into custody.
I think now he's being supported by Civil Aviation Authority now.
Yeah.
Once he's out of jail now. Okay.
That is free. He's a free man. He's a free scientist.
Finally, he is. The best thing that for me, STEM, what I understood is that STEM does not necessarily have that you have to have love for science.
Yeah.
STEM, this sort of education is going to help you learn how to put things logically, how to put your mind onto something that's difficult at first, but you are looking for solutions around it.
Yeah.
And then you can be a businessman. You can definitely have any other career, even an educationist. But then you have to use STEM teaches you to put your mind on work, and then derive solutions.
That's so important, sort of developing a rational, analytical, critical faculty as well.
Exactly.
And with experiments, from what I remember of my own sort of A-level biology, is that the whole point is that you can keep trying and looking for answers. So in a way, it's probably like detective work.
It's like you're building new entrepreneurs. They're going to develop things. They're going to market them. They're going to, that's how the world's going to change. Yeah, I think it's like a basic need for survival right now at the moment.
Really, that's serious.
Innovation's needed here in Pakistan. Yeah.
No, that's true. And I think we can't keep looking outside for solutions to very local problems as well, because only a sort of, I imagine that a Pakistani scientist would be able to really understand, for example, how bad the water is. and develop ways to
Exactly.
fix that in a cost-effective way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, you don't have electricity, so what are you going to do? How are you going to make a battery that could, you know, do
Maybe
cool
like
things?
reduce cost, just be energy efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah, things like that.
We're going to be mulling about batteries that clean water, and we're also going to take a break. So see you in a second. Don't go away. Hi, welcome back. We have not found a solution to cleaning water with a battery, but we're working on it. So guys, tell me about girls in STEM. Now, you're not a girl, so and you didn't go to GIK. But Mehek, tell me about class. Were there many girls in your class?
Oh, well, we had a batch of 213 people.
Okay.
And do you want to guess how many boys there were and how many girls there were?
Well, I mean, I would probably say something really outlandish, like 4 girls and like 211 boys.
Well, you're right. We were like...
I'm right?
Yeah. We were like 13 girls and 200 boys.
We were close.
What?
Yeah.
Just about, you know.
You're like...
You should do some
Oh my
prediction
God,
work.
I'm shocked that I'm this close.
Yes,
What?
and it was, this is one dilemma that we are facing in Pakistan, that people put their girls into being doctors. They're like, oh yeah, but you know, engineering, are you going to go and work on the field? Are you going to be going into a factory? You know, that's a taboo, that's not spoken about, and parents really don't want girls to be in this kind of field.
Yeah.
But I feel that, you know, now that we've started making a change now, by attracting more girls into this, and then they're going to really want to force their parents also, and then, you know, break this thought process and mainly bring more girls into this.
That's true. It must have been so intimidating for you to have to be in a classroom with so many boys.
Yeah, it was, but then we loved the attention also.
So you were special. You were like the special smart
We
girls.
were like really special, like just
like metallurgists.
Yeah. And in my faculty, we were just 4 girls and about 30 boys. So we had a lot of fun. We had those mechanical workshops where, you know, you had to really cut those steel blocks, and it was really difficult.
Like you had to weld them?
You know, we had to, like, with a saw, we had to really cut them.
Wow.
Yeah, and then that was a lot of tough work, and we used to like really have a lot of people to help us, you know.
That's so great.
That's what we enjoyed.
That's a real Rosie the Riveter feel to it. Na? You're like, you with your headband on, and you're like sawing steel. Like, I didn't even know you could saw steel.
Yeah,
Wow.
something like that.
And you're a metallurgist, so a lot of your work must have been with metals and big rocks and materials.
Yeah, lots of materials.
She reminds me of my time when I joined TNSP Canap. There were like only 2 male teachers, including me, and there were about 30 female teachers. So,
Well, that
we are maintaining the ratio, which is nice, so, in education.
But that just goes to show about the sort of stereotypical ideas that people have about certain professions as well. That teaching is for women, and being a mathematician or an engineer is for men,
males.
and that this shouldn't be sort of
we're really
an
trying
overlap.
to focus on that also, and we love it when in our session we have like 25 girls and maybe like 10 boys. So we're like really enjoying that also.
That's true.
And that's such a shift. And even globally, there's a sort of a resurgence of interest in STEM for girls, and a lot of really encouraging books and inspirational women. And there's much more attention on women who do STEM. It's really sort of paving the path.
Yeah, it is paving the path for them. And basically, girls are generally more interested in becoming doctors, but I think, you know, this shift in this STEM education will channel their interest towards this side also.
I think it's taking root globally because, I mean, a few days back there was this discovery of
They photographed the black hole?
Exactly, that was I was talking about.
Yes.
Exactly, and she was a girl, I mean,
Yes.
the one who led the project.
Yes, one of them. She was on the team and very, very central to the whole thing.
Exactly. So, I mean, I think it's taking root all across the globe now.
So exciting. And she's pretty young. She's in her 20s.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Such excellent, important work. And also sort of the flip side or the strange dark side of that is that she got trolled a lot.
Yeah.
Like there was so much online hate for a woman in STEM, and it's just so disappointing also.
It is disappointing, but I think people will grow out of it eventually.
Eventually they'll have to. They'll have to.
And just the fact that more women out there making a change, and just, again, it's not about sort of taking away something from somebody else, but that everybody, but science and learning is for everybody.
It's for everybody, definitely.
And everybody can contribute.
Yeah.
I think the ones who were trolling her probably were the ones who did not do it themselves.
They're jealous.
Yeah, maybe.
And I was reading about an 11-year-old girl who took the Mensa IQ test, and she is apparently even smarter than Einstein.
Wow.
Whoa.
and Stephen Hawking.
So,
I know. I was just like, oh, you're 11 and you're this smart. And it's like, look at the potential.
Yeah, the
at the
potential of
potential,
brain is
exactly.
limitless. It's endless. It depends on us
So
how much we
fantastic.
pursue
people
it.
can
and-
definitely start beating Einstein now.
Wow, like that's amazing. Like who knows one day like a Pakistani girl will be doing
Yeah.
that.
We do have examples like Arfa Kareem.
Yes. So how long have you guys been running the STEM Lab Pakistan?
We have, I mean, they were together.
Yeah, we
Aisha
started-
and
yeah.
and Mehek,
Yes.
they started it, and then I joined.
We started back in 2015.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Excellent.
And we did our first session at Alauddin Academy. It was a pro bono session.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was amazing.
And again,
and
like
we did it about
two
sound.
girls.
It was very nice. Yeah,
Exactly.
we did that one, and that's how we started.
And then Aisha and I
yeah.
met.
Yes.
So Aisha was teaching at the same place where I
Okay.
was teaching,
Yeah, yeah.
and then we started the first STEM club at
Okay.
that organization we were working for.
Great.
And then it was
and
a
how was
big
that?
hit.
Did kids come? Were they interested?
Overwhelming response. Overwhelming response.
Wow.
We were so glad to know that students, the parents, they were all for it. Everybody was up. Probably they were looking for a science session like this. They wanted to send their children, and the other clubs. I don't want to brag about it, but yeah,
But
we
you were
had a
like,
good
booked,
amount of
solid.
Exactly,
lot of-
and it still is one of the most popular clubs at TNS.
Amar, and then there were a lot of crying children also.
Which
You know,
one?
The crying children who couldn't make it to the.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
that was
remember.
like-
I remember there was
It
this
was really
meeting.
sad, but we felt really happy, so we were
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
we're in high
it was
demand.
bittersweet.
I remember there was this meeting. We were discussing something with the head of the school. Aisha was with me. And there were other members of the staff, and there was this parent standing outside.
Yeah.
She called Mr. Barnes. She called the principal of the school, and then I had to go out of his office and then had to attend her.
Wow, and she was just like, please get my kid into the club.
Exactly. Close. Yeah.
Then you get
So,
the club.
and then I probably joined them in 2007, probably 17.
Yeah.
Was it 17 or 18? Yeah.
So even you've been
Somewhere
up, now you're oldie as well
Yeah.
now. It's been
Yeah.
2 years.
Here's a turning point.
That's
now.
fantastic. And you guys are just going from strength to strength because you go to
Yeah.
schools
We go to
and you're
we do
doing
our own
a
pro bono sessions, and then we do our private sessions at Hardee's.
Yeah.
And now we're going to do a summer camp with Jimbori.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
And for slightly older kids.
Yeah, it's for 7 to 14.
Yeah.
And this is the initial one that we're going to do at DHA. The other one, we're still in process of planning it with them. And that is going to happen in the Gulberg branch.
Yeah.
And in that, we're going to look at 2 different age groups. For a slightly younger one, and then the older.
Yeah, because I imagine that the older kids are doing sort of fun things as well.
Yeah.
But there's you can always start as early as possible.
Yeah, we do that also, but that's the age requirement they wanted us to cater
Yeah.
to.
Plus, we
Yeah.
also had a
With
session
Jimbori.
for, not a separate session for them, but they were included, the special needs
Little-
student.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
We also had space for them. So we kind
That's
of
fantastic.
It was, again, it was Aisha's idea.
Yeah.
I do have to mention she's not here. It was
Yeah,
her
but we really miss
brainchild.
her here,
Yeah, we
Of
do miss
course.
her. So she actually came up with this idea because it's all about including them.
That's great.
Students
and
with
how
special
did they
needs.
do?
Oh, they did very well.
did
There was
well.
a child who just couldn't follow like really long sentences, and with him we had to just give him like short instructions. But he was a genius, and I was looking at him and I was like, wow, he was so inquisitive about everything.
Yeah.
He was the first one to complete his assignment, everything.
Oh,
So it was
that's
amazing watching him
fantastic.
also.
So there's something for
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah,
when
there's
it comes
something
to
for
STEM.
everybody.
Yeah.
All kinds of kids can
All
do
kinds
it.
of kids. It doesn't matter if you can't afford it. Then because we're catering that area also, we're doing pro bono sessions for schools that are non-profit.
And we
So-
introduced discounts as well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, discounts are great. Like I have 4 kids, so I'm all about discounts.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
That is just wonderful, and I really feel like you guys just might be starting a revolution here.
Inshallah, we will.
That's our plan.
Looking
We want
forward
to
to
change
that.
Pakistan. That's our main plan. We really want to make it a developing
Fantastic.
nation. Yeah.
And there is so much talk about technology and developing it, but really sort of getting to kids is
Yeah.
where the actual interest is.
Exactly. The show is happening there.
Yeah.
with
And
the
it
kids.
starts there. It starts there. It starts with them, basically.
That's sort
They
of
have
like
to
lighting
think.
that fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, really, honestly, I think if you can inspire a child, then it's probably also sort of easier and more amazing to do than maybe a grown-up.
Yeah,
an
because
adult.
they're so simple. If they're happy, you'll see it on their face. Everything is crystal clear with them, and that's.
And if they're
that's
happy,
what-
they're going to remember it.
Yeah.
They'll keep on, they'll just want to do it over and over again. Well, we were talking about slime a few days back, and
Yeah.
yes, we have I mean, they just want to do slime all the time.
Every time. And we've done it so
We
many
have let them
times
know we
and
can't
still
make
like we
about
have the
that.
maximum outcome in the
Do you
slime
think
class.
that YouTube has helped? For example, we've talked about screen
Yeah.
time, but there are so many people on the internet who are doing things like dominoes, for example, which
Yeah.
is really like cause and effect, right?
Yeah.
That's the principle
Yeah,
of
that's the
dominoes.
principle behind that.
Yeah, and then slime and all sorts of sort of projects that
Yeah, it
people are
does
doing.
help us. It does help us. Online research helps us when we are preparing for our sessions because it allows us to basically learn about the things that are taking place outside of Pakistan, whatever the researchers are in the developed world, and that's what we try to bring over here. Sometimes we are also learning using YouTube and other online materials.
Yeah.
As she mentioned, that we did a course on with Harvard.
Yeah.
That was about the primary idea was the same, that we have to stay abreast of the developments taking place in the Western world.
Yeah. Quite right. And maybe also sort of when you do kind of quote unquote fashionable things with kids, like slime, for example, which I'm told is a very scientific thing.
Yeah,
slime.
it is.
It is.
It's actually
Wow.
a non-Newtonian fluid.
What's a Newtonian fluid?
Basically, Newton says that a liquid will stay a liquid even if you apply pressure to it, like this water.
Yeah.
Even if I do whatever with it,
Yeah.
it's going to stay liquid.
Quite right. Like I put my finger in it, it'll still be water.
It'll still be water. Like this table, even if I touch it, it's going to remain a solid. It's going to remain a table. But the non-Newtonian fluids, they defy that. Like if you
They're
apply
the
pressure,
rebels.
yeah, they will act like a solid or a liquid depending on the forces that you apply on it. So this is why it's a non-Newtonian fluid, and it like defies the Newton theory.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is like fantastic.
Yeah, and they're like,
Sometimes this is what
there's
we try to
SketchUp
teach
also.
them, but they
Yeah.
are like, we better do the stuff now. This is what they say. Huh?
I really see that you're like really fascinated with slime. Do you want to make some?
Can we?
Yeah, we can.
Oh my God, this is so exciting. Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna go and get our slime stuff, and we will be back in 1 second, and we are gonna make some slime. Come back soon. Hi, welcome back, and we are ready to get our hands dirty and do some science. Okay, so guys, tell me about these things first. Like, what are these are experiments that you guys have done in the
Yeah.
STEM lab, and you've
Exactly.
created these things.
All of them.
These are like just a few of the things that we've created. And
Yeah.
these are the only ones we could bring because the others were like really big.
Like what? What
Just
is the
like
biggest thing you've ever
The
made?
Big
candy vending machine was
Candy
really
vending
big.
machine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And when we were giving kids the candies, for
It
them
was-
it was like Halloween.
Yeah, there was
Sort
nothing
of
left.
candy.
Yeah.
There's nothing left to vend, I'm sure.
And what was the slogan for that?
Like come sort your candies.
Yeah, come sort your candy.
Wow. I
And
would have
they
come
did.
to that. Okay, so we don't have that, obviously. Okay, but what's this?
So this is a cooler.
A
This
cooler?
is a cooler that works on battery, and the whole idea was to learn some. We were looking at it with an engineering aspect.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, we have kind of mounted this DC motor. It's
Okay.
also a
What does
turbine.
DC stand for?
The
Direct current.
Oh, okay.
The direct current. So DC motor has been mounted on this bunch of straws.
Okay, okay, so those are straws, and this
These
is
are
the
the
top
straws.
of a plastic bottle.
Exactly. This is
Yeah.
the top of a plastic bottle, and along with this, so we have made for propellers with it.
Okay, yeah.
And then there are wires attached to the two terminals.
Oh, okay.
All right. And the circuit starts. And then there's a switch.
Wow, fancy. There's an actual switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, and two batteries.
Two batteries.
Does
So-
it work?
They do, and we'll show you now.
Show me, show me. So excited. What? That's so cool. And this is powered by just these two batteries.
These two
batteries, yeah.
batteries.
And
yeah.
a circuit that you made with just like literally two wires.
Yeah.
Why are the wires different colors?
So that they could differentiate. One of the wires is to go and get attached with the.
The one is like for the positive
button.
side, and then the other one's for the negative
Yeah.
side.
Oh, okay.
And another thing is here we're giving them the children a concept about kinetic energy also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because kinetic energy is related to movement.
Yeah.
So when the fan moves,
It's actually working. Like
Yeah.
It's working.
it's
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's like a very good thing when you feel hot and there's like no electricity.
Yeah.
So that's like
so
it's like a
great.
very good fan for
We
that.
should have like a line of these.
Yeah.
Did we
Just
do it in July
going
last
at the
year?
same time.
Yeah, we did it in the summer break also.
Exactly. Yeah. I think.
Cool.
It made more sense.
Fascinating. That is fascinating. Okay. What is this house?
All right, with this,
So cute.
in this house, we're giving them a concept about light energy.
Oh,
And we wanted to light up their faces when they see this
Yeah.
house light up.
Yeah. Okay, so it's got it's the same principle.
The
So
same
it's got-
principle of circuits. So the whole process of circuits
is the
lighting
same.
the battery. So there's this bulb inside. You won't be
there's
able
a
to
bulb.
see it from
Instead of the
over
motor
here. But
here,
if
we
you
have a bulb.
press the
Okay,
button,
so
please
if I
do the honors.
Press the button.
And I think it's showing.
Is
Yes,
it?
it
It's a
is.
little bit like-
Oh wow! There's like a little light.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's so
yeah.
nice. That's like a tiny little.
It's like a tiny little
dollhouse.
bulb inside, yes.
And do you see why it's such a big hit with the girls?
Yeah.
Because they've
You see the
decorated it.
glitter,
And also
the
it's-
colors.
Yeah, it feels so real. And the
Yeah.
fact that you have a switch, and a switch is
Yeah.
literally what everybody has in their house. You turn
Yeah.
on a switch and
Yeah.
something happens. That's fascinating. I don't know if you guys can see it, but
This switch me
it's-
reminds me that we all be.
it's working. Wow. Wow, that's so nice. Like I just want to keep pressing this switch. You see over here, like there's a light bulb. Oh, that's fascinating. That's so cool. Like I imagine that everybody's inside a dark room with their little
Yeah,
line,
with the little light.
on.
And then they design their own windows with a lot of art involved.
Yeah. Okay, and what is this third thing? It looks like a robot.
Yeah, this is like an art bot.
Oh, it
can
is a
color
robot.
for you.
Wow.
And it can. Do you want to do
it
it
goes-
yourself, Mina? You want to try it?
Oh my
see.
God, I'm like the
Let's-
STEM Lab's oldest
Yeah.
participant. So exciting.
Let's see the kind of pattern you make.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a cup and it's got markers attached to it,
Yeah.
and it's got this stick, which is
Someone's done.
Let's take this off. And I don't think it will stand now.
no.
I have destroyed it in a way.
You killed it. You took its leg off.
Don't worry, Mina, I'll get you a new one.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
so cool. But the coolest thing is yet to come. And tell me
Yes.
about all of this stuff. We are going to make
biggest hit
some
with us.
slime,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. And slime is why children are obsessed with
Children
slime.
are obsessed
Yes,
with
exactly.
slime.
Like
Obsessed.
And,
mental for it.
Yeah. I think it develops their motor skills also, and it's a very good way of playing and developing really good grip of hands and you know all that kind of stuff.
Okay,
that
so what
also
goes
is
into
very
it?
nice.
Sorry, but I'm
All
so
right.
excited that I'm just
So
like,
They
I-
don't mind getting
yeah.
dirty with that.
oh yeah.
So
that's
basically, the
fantastic.
glue is for us
Okay.
a polymer. Where
Okay.
just imagine like you have a lot of rubbery noodles.
Yeah.
That's what's inside glue. That's how polymers look
Polymer.
like.
So a polymer
So-
is a sort of viscous substance.
Yeah. So
Open that
Mina,
as well.
you're just gonna pull all of the glue inside.
Okay. Ah,
Press.
wow. So much fun. Like I was a massive science. Well, I still am a massive science geek. I love it.
Yeah.
I think I would have really liked to do some kind of science in life, but I'm really rubbish at math, so I was just like, maybe it's not the life for me.
I think Mehek will tell you how much
Yeah.
math is involved over here.
I just love maths, and that's the only subject I used to study because that's the only thing you can do with music. Yeah.
With the-
So, and music also is very mathematical
Yeah.
in many ways. Okay, so we've
All right.
got our glue.
Okay, so Ammaar is going to give you the activator.
Okay,
Yeah.
and it's got
This.
it has like some kind of it's like a
It's,
it says
has all the chemical things.
Na2BO3.
that's
Is this
sodium tetraborate. Yeah, that's the
Oh.
activator.
the sodium tetraborate.
Yeah.
Cool. It's so pretty. What a nice color.
So
BO3.
just imagine that these are the.
Can I open it?
It has
Yeah, of
like
course.
claws
Please
inside.
Fumes.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, no fumes.
No
okay.
fumes. It's not a lab over here.
Not a lab. Nothing will explode.
No.
No. We're all safe here today.
we
I'm
have
always
something
disappointed.
dangerous?
No.
Okay, so how much? So what does the activator do to the polymer?
Basically, like I told you, that it's like noodles inside
Yeah.
the glue.
Yeah.
So the polymer, the activator is like claws. It's going to
Okay.
grab all of the noodles inside until no
Oh.
noodle is left, and then it's going to change its
Oh, so it's
form.
going to sort of draw all the molecules together like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, it's going to change
Exactly.
their anatomy.
Okay, so how much do we put inside?
We can start with 2.
2 teaspoons?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do it.
Okay, yeah, I want to do it. Okay, I love the colors as well.
And
This
it's
is like, I
definitely
can
going to
see why
change
children
colours.
are fascinated by this. So we just sort of play it by ear, right?
Are you going to put water
Yeah.
for her also?
Okay.
I think 1 teaspoon would be enough right now.
Yeah, just like mix and see how it goes.
And we have glitter. We have like so
Yeah.
many pretty
You
glitters.
have to mix well first.
Okay,
before you
first
add
I
the
got to
glitters.
mix.
Yeah.
And what about this? What's this?
We
That's
can
the
add that
color if
later.
you want to color in
Yeah.
your slime.
Okay,
Or,
first we're going to
Normally
do
these
some
are the
elbow
choices
grease.
we
Okay.
extend to our
All right.
students.
Okay, cool. Oh, wow.
Is it working?
It is, it is. Wow, can you guys see this? Woo, the claws are working.
Yeah,
Science
the claws.
already in
Wow.
action.
So the activator and the water are basically reacting with the glue to kind of make a non-Newtonian fluid. Substance. Substance? Fluid? Well, something. Mehek?
Yeah,
is
it's
it-
a non-Newtonian fluid.
Okay, a fluid. Yeah. Okay, so you just keep mixing and mixing and mixing. Mixing. It looks a bit like, yeah. It's
And
a bit
now
like
you
dough.
can start adding colors if you want to.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's already really nice, sort of pale blue.
Yeah.
It'll get better. We could
What color do you want?
always
Do you
add
want
some more
Elsa
activators.
slime? So this color would
Elsa.
do for the Elsa slime. Yeah.
It's almost like a recipe, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, no, let's do red. Okay, okay, so this is powdered.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You could also use the liquid one.
Yeah. Is that much enough?
Yeah, that's
Or we just sort of
more
mix
than
it
enough.
and see?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. There's a lot of like ASMR videos online as well, and slime has kind of contributed to the popularity of those as well. Like it's like soothing to
Yeah, it's
do
really
this.
soothing also.
Plus they like to
but-
keep stretching it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
we-
actually like kind of good
I think
for
we should
kids,
add more
you could
activator
say.
to it.
Yes.
Is that just the process of doing this, like you're learning, but you're also, it's soothing, it's relaxing, it helps
Yeah.
you focus.
Yeah, it's stress relieving also. That's what I feel.
So actually, sort of, you could say that the things that you learn while doing scientific experiments will actually help you in all kinds of subjects.
Yeah.
So even if you don't pursue it, even if you don't grow up to
Yeah,
be
exactly.
a steamer.
instills those 21st century skills.
Yeah.
You-
What are
Yeah,
21st century
like
skills?
creativity, collaboration,
Innovation.
flexibility.
Ah.
It could always go wrong. I mean, it's not like that it's going to turn out the right way all the time.
And I feel that in STEM, children learn how to deal with failure also because every time they are unable to do something, they learn something new.
Yeah,
I
that's
think the
right.
That's
most-
something we really need to teach our children.
Yeah, and in a less traumatic
Yeah,
environment than like
exactly.
the sports field where
Yeah.
everybody has seen you
Oh,
fall.
man, yeah.
The most frequent thing that happens to us is when the circuit breaks down. And then we have to do the whole thing again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you have to do it from scratch.
Yeah, we
Ammaar, I
have to
think you
look
need
at
to
it.
add more activator to it.
Yeah.
Because it's too
Yes.
runny,
Yeah.
so we need more
like-
claw action.
Yeah, we need more claws to catch the noodles.
Yeah.
That's how I tell the children, just to.
Okay. Wow. I think that's a really valuable thing, though, about failure.
Yeah.
And that also then of course, failure then also spurs problem-solving skills.
Yeah. And
Yes.
motivation.
Yeah. to
And
try
then
to do
independent thinking
better.
also,
I think it's turning better now.
Yeah, it's sort of coming together.
Yeah, but we need more
I
activators.
think I should have made it red. It looks really dangerous now. It looks like, remember Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? But he was
Personally,
pink. But
it
it's like a
always gives
brain.
me those
I think,
feels,
do
I mean,
we
when I
need more
used to watch.
activator? I think
Yeah, we need
still
more activator.
Pour it in. Yeah, I want it to like happen now. Patience. One is also learning
Yeah,
patience
you're learning
from doing
patience
STEM.
That's it.
Okay.
And if you could give
Right
it to me now.
Yes,
Yeah.
please
Yeah,
take
because
it. I'm like,
gonna-
my hands are
I'm gonna-
tired now.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hands are
Can we put
tired
some
and before they
glitter
get
in?
dirty.
Yeah, what color do you want? Do you want golden? Do you want silver?
This is how we ask the
This is
students.
like,
These are the options.
this is like Eid glitter.
Yeah.
Eid slime is happening.
And girls, they want
All of it. They want all of it. But glitter is like, glitter is for
It's all, we're almost
everyone.
there.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it in my hands now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is the third part. Ooh. So you're kneading it. You're literally kneading
Yeah.
it. But what does that do?
Basically, you're just going to put in your hands to see the consistency.
Uh-huh.
Because you don't want it to dry with your hand. You don't want
Okay.
it to stick to your hand. So
Yeah.
that's
But
the
how
end
weird.
process.
So you're making it non-sticky by getting sticky.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the kneading is kind of what? Developing whatever.
The bonds, they're like just like making sure all the claws get the noodles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So scientifically, you're developing the bonds
Yeah, we're
between the
between-
molecules.
We're changing the alignment of the polymers. We're breaking their. Basically, a negative ion is formed that
Okay.
changes. That's what makes it slime.
Oh, this is so fascinating. I'm just like, wow. All the jargon is
Why I need more activator.
so cool.
All right.
So this is why you have a massive
about some
bottle of
glue? Do you need
activator,
some glue?
because
Do you
you
need some glue?
obviously need like
Also
a lot of
activator.
it.
Yeah.
That's
wait.
enough.
Yeah.
So you could use any glue, and you could use.
No. You
any
basically
glue.
just white glue, the white
Yeah.
one,
Okay.
or the shark glue.
Okay. So you couldn't use. Okay, white glue is like.
And then there's this Elmer's glue that you get.
yeah,
The
from-
German glue?
Yeah.
Yeah, German glue.
Exactly,
Okay, yeah,
that
because
one.
German glue is what is.
And they're
you
also
can
easily
easily-
available.
Yes.
It's not difficult to be found.
Yeah. Great.
So this is how we.
Yeah. So we're just gonna mix it like
yeah.
this, and it's gonna. My hands are all red.
And this is the stuff the students like.
Oh, wow. This is so great. And this is.
We are there.
Yeah, we're there.
Oh.
Yes.
We're done.
It's
Oh,
done.
fantastic. Wow.
Gives you those
It's
Jurassic
like
Park
dough.
feels.
It really does. Like T-Rex for lunch. T-Rex lunch.
Exactly.
So this is, what can you use for an activator? Like this is, like what is this?
That's a secret. I think we'll tell them right now.
You can use detergents that have sodium borate inside it.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can get you can get sodium borate from a pharmacy, but that's not the right kind of amount. You need to get it from a particular lab.
Oh, okay. So basically,
Yeah.
you need to come to STEM lab.
You need to come to
Pakistan
STEM lab.
for the
People
actual,
use
Exactly.
the real deal.
Yeah, people use lens solution also, so it depends. Yeah.
Yeah.
The contact
There you
lens
go.
solution.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to touch it?
Yeah. I want to.
Do you want to get messy?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna stick a bit.
Okay.
But it's gonna dry
I'm
out
ready.
in a bit.
I'm prepared for it.
Yeah, there you go.
What? Oh my gosh, this is a very unfortunate color to have chosen for it. It's true. This is like bordering on like medical now.
I really wanted to suggest
Another
maybe
color.
you could do.
That
a
you're
mix
very
of
polite.
colours.
You're a very polite guest. Next time, oh, it's not sticky anymore.
Exactly.
Oh,
This
getting
was
better.
oh
There you
wow.
go.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. So if you keep kneading it, it'll
Yeah.
get less sticky as it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you'll have to keep adding the what do we call it?
Activator.
Yeah, but
Activator.
now it's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
And do you
it's
have to store it in like an airtight box or a bag?
Even
Or
if
an
you just put
airtight
it
bag,
like
but you
that,
do
it's
need
gonna
to have a
work.
container.
The ones that we made lasted for about 4-5 months. Nothing happened to them.
I better take it to my office now.
Oh my gosh, this is so much fun.
Isn't it a stress
I can
reliever?
see why. I can see why children are obsessed with
Yeah.
this. Like this is so cool. And you like with cooking, like if you're making bread, for example, this is the same process where you're kneading and you're
Yeah.
developing the gluten. But then this is calorie free.
And like we were discussing unicorns, girls love making unicorn slime, you know, like colorful with all kind of colors.
Calorie free. I hope you're not planning on eating it.
No. But you know, if it were bread, that would happen. So we have had a most enlightening time on the sofa today. We've made slime, we've talked about polymers, we've learned a lot, and it's been so great having Ammaar and Mehek on the show. Thank you so much, guys,
Yeah.
for all your
Thank you so much,
expertise
Mana.
and all your amazing experiments, and this
Yeah.
has been just fantastic. Thank you so much, and thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the coffee table.